Hey everyone, it's Evangeline here at etrailer, and today we have the Glacier Chain Cable Snow Tire Chains. These are ladder pattern roller cable chain, and we're going to take a look at how they fit on our 2023 GMC Sierra 3500. Now the Sierra does have different tire sizes. So the one we have right now is size 275/70R18. Double check your sidewall. That number is pretty important because then you can use it here at etrailer, put in your year, make, model, select your tire size, and then find the right tire chains for you. These are ladder pattern roller chains. So the traditional ladder pattern, you usually feel more of a bump as you are driving, but because these are rollers, it should be a slightly smoother ride. Now the rollers are made of a low carbon steel. So what's gonna happen is that you have the rollers, you also have little wires on the inside too, and all of this should work together to provide traction while still rolling on the ground. That steel though can be really tricky when it comes to corrosion. So the salt, the ice, the water, I recommend after using them, go ahead, get a large plastic tote and fill it with some lubricant to help prevent this from corroding. You do get this plastic bag included, but these are kind of large chains all packed up, so it's really tricky to get them back into the bag and zip it right back up. You get two chains, one for your passengers and one for your driver's side. I have them installed on our rear axle. Something not included but I highly recommend getting to is a rubber tensioner. While you can tension this down, it's a manual tension chain, so you may have to go back and forth to make sure it's secure. This makes it a lot faster and also tensions as you drive. Now, when you do drive, I do recommend not going over 30 miles per hour, even with traction devices like this. If it's extreme weather conditions, you really shouldn't be speeding down the road anyways. So if you want something low profile, you're concerned about clearance around your tires, then the Glacier Cable Chains are the way to go. In the case of our Sierra 3500 though, not as necessary. There are still great tire chains that are more corrosion resistant. One thing to take a look at is the Titan Chain Diamond Pattern Snow Tire Chain. That one's a lot easier to install and you don't have to crawl behind your tire to do so. But if you're looking for that cable style and you like those rollers and you want something that's a little bit smaller when packed up, this will still work out for you. Now I keep talking about the install process. Let's take a look at it. What I recommend doing is pretty much the moment you get your tire chains, go ahead and lay them out in your garage. That way you can get familiar with how to install them before you're stranded by the side of the road. Also, this is a good time to make sure that everything is facing the right way. We have some different things here. Well, one is going to be, there's a sticker that says left hand side tire rotation. You can also see that there's a large clamp. We want that in the front, and we want the hooks facing the right way. So notice how this has a hook while the other side is flat. You want the flat part on your tire. Now grab your chains at the center and gently drape them over your tire. You want it evenly distributed, meaning an equal amount of chain on each side. Our first connection will be made here in the back. Fortunately, there's plenty of clearance behind our truck to do so. Now this is going to be a kind of a tight fit, so you'll want it on the first or the second stopper. You just push it in and it secures. The next connection is up front. You have a unique looking lever and you're gonna feed the links in through this lever from the back. It works the same way as your rear connection where you secure it up front. And then once you figured out which one works, you then rotate this lever backwards. It's gonna take a little bit of time to figure out which is the best fit for you. You just want something where you can still rotate this, but it pulls on the whole chain against the tire. To secure the lever, it pushes in against the cable, and now that's secure. But as long as you pull at the chains, it doesn't come off of your tire, that shows where you still have a good enough tension to keep it secure. Another thing you can use is a rubber tensioner like this. I highly recommend this no matter what, just because as you drive around, your chains or your cables will move around too. And this moves with them to maintain constant tension. Do the same thing on the other side. Afterwards, you'll see what I mean about how the chains will readjust as you go forward or backward a couple of feet. You may need to make those extra adjustments to make sure that tension's there. And once you're done with that, that's it. You're now ready to hit the road. This here was a look at our Glacier Chain Cable Snow Tire Chains and how it fits on our 2023 GMC Sierra 3500.